Welcome everyone to the Crazy Ant Sessions After Dark. We got a little special session for you all. We're gonna be talking about the wild card weekend. We got some high picks, some questionable picks, but we definitely want you guys to give your thoughts. Let's start off with a good buddy of mine out of the great state of North Carolina. Mr. Jordan, go ahead and introduce yourself, my man.
What's going on? My name's Jordan Best, straight out of the North Carolina, you heard. Diehard 49ers fan, first of all. This ain't our year. We had a lot of injuries. I didn't see it coming. You know, they always say, you know, you go to the Super Bowl, a lot of them teams don't even go back to the playoffs afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I guess we owned up to that. You know what I'm saying? But injuries killed us, bro. Nick Bosa and Solomon Thomas in the same game, the same injury.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of ACL injuries that
I don't know if a lot of ACL injuries. You know, we lost Kittle for 8 weeks. Garoppolo don't know what he's doing. Look, I have faith in Garoppolo, but I've seen a lot of rumors where we're trying to get Deshaun Watson.
See, I was just telling him that.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
Yeah, that'd be huge, you know, and I follow all the 49ers fan pages, all that, you know, everything. I follow all of that, and I don't know what I think we're giving up a couple. I think the actual rumor is I think we're giving up our first round pick for Deshaun Watson.
How do you feel about that?
Well, considering we have the 12th pick, I'm okay with it because what are we going to get? I'd rather give somebody else that 12th pick and us get not Garoppolo, but Deshaun Watson.
But y'all got $20 million on the books with Garoppolo. Now you're going to have $30 million, $35, $40 million on the books with Deshaun. You're going to have $60 million between two quarterbacks.
I think that gets a lot of moolah. I think that gets Garoppolo back to New England.
It's a lot of money. Trust me, I already know it's a lot of money.
That gets him back to New England.
Yeah.
You know, Bill wants him.
I mean, you're a 49ers fan, man. I'm a Seattle fan. You know, I'm Vladdy from Seattle. So I was hoping you guys would be good this year because I felt good in this. So I was thinking, we're going to have a nice little rivalry because I got to tell you, those good old Seahawks 49ers rivalries when we were at the peak with when we had, Sherman and those NFC Championship games. Those were some great games. Last year was a great.
Last year brought back glimpses of that rivalry.
Yeah, glimpses of
both games come down to the wire. Also, I just want to say, I can tell none of them players, none of the head coaches play Madden because as soon as bro picked Russell Wilson off in overtime and took it to the 30, I'm kicking a field goal at the end of the game. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, but I'm Vlad. I'm a Seahawks diehard, man.
We should have beat y'all twice last year, to be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll see how you guys come back next year. It'd be because we're getting better, man. DK is just blossoming into himself.
He's
a dog.
Listen,
he's a dog.
I hate Seattle. Okay,
yeah.
It's respectable though. I'm supposed to. I'm a Niners fan. I'm supposed to hate y'all. You understand it? But I love Russell Wilson. I love DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf is a dog. Him and AJ Brown, they're the future of the NFL wide receiver wise.
Right.
That's true. But yeah, man, it's Vladdy, Seahawks fan, man. In and out. Used to be a Sox fan. They stole them from us, but hearing through the murmurs that they might bring back a team back home to Seattle, that'd be great.
I hope they do.
That'll be nice, man. We need the Supersonics back. That green and yellow, man. I got 3 jerseys in the closet. Can't even rock them to a game. So man, that's about that, man. And then up to you, Brian.
All right, let's roll, man. Let's start off with the in the AFC. I want to hear y'all's picks. Jordan, you go first, man. What first round, wild card? Let's hear Browns versus Steelers. Who you got and why?
I'm gonna take the Browns on this one.
That's my.
I'm gonna take the Browns. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Steelers had the easiest schedule out of anybody in the NFL this year. The easiest schedule. Okay, they're supposed to have had the record they had, and you saw what happened when they played good teams with good defenses, solid teams. What happened? Me personally, I think Cleveland can make a run if they, you know what I'm saying. I'm just worried about their defense. But I feel like their defense is solid enough to beat Pittsburgh. Because, like I said, once again, Pittsburgh to me had the easiest schedule by far.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with the Steelers in this one. And this is a tough one for me. But the reason I'm gonna go with the Steelers, I mean, first of all, coaching, experience. And then they were hurt, but they were hurt in a little bit of that little bubble there when they went to 3 losses in a row. But then they got fully healthy. Roethlisberger was back to 100%. And they played the Colts. Colts were a really good team, and they beat them down the stretch. Good play calling, and because they just played the Browns without half of their personnel, and it was a good game with Browns having all of their weapons. So now being in full effect, I think it's going to be a good game. I think it can go either way. But I just think that the experience of Roethlisberger, and I think there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders because if he does not win this game, I think a lot of the fans in Pittsburgh are going to start looking for a new quarterback because he has put him in a couple slumps this year where he just hasn't been able to throw the ball down the field properly. He's okay with dinking and donking like this, but he's been missing Juju a bunch of times. And I think that there's a chip on his shoulder, and I like Big Ben with a chip on his shoulder because he knows if he loses this game, his own fan base is gonna start looking at the organization to start looking for a new quarterback because they have enough talent on defense. Obviously, they have enough talent with playmakers. Obviously, the one thing that's been holding them back this year has been when Ben has not had good games. So it's very important for him to play good in this game because if you lose to the Browns and a divisional rival in the first round and it's really on you, well, your own fan base is going to want you out of there, and I think Big Ben's going to show up.
I'll make it. My point was pretty easy, man. I feel like Cleveland at their best, we don't know what the best of Steelers look like. They don't have a run game. Yeah. They didn't have one all season. I think they had a number of games where they had like less than 50 yards rushing total. I feel like Cleveland, their defense is just been what they've been all year. And then Cleveland offense, that running the game is able to run. Baker just managed the game. If we have some third and 6 we need you to do, make the right pass, make the right decision. I just feel like going into the playoffs, yes, they might have barely beat a Steelers team missing Big Ben and a lot of key guys. But, I mean, going into the playoffs, they're the type of football team that wins these type of close games, which this will be. I mean, I just feel like this is going to be a slugfest.
And this will be great for the whole brand of them. And it's going to be making it interesting going on off season. What do they do with Odell Beckham? Do they trade him for a couple more pieces? Do they trade him for draft picks? They could trade him and get a couple of good defensive players maybe out of Odell Beckham because I think his stock is really high with the talent he has. Because I don't think you need to bring him back offensively. I think you're a run-first team. You have enough playmakers, and if you get successful in the playoffs here, playing gritty ball, and you can bring in a couple of defensive players to help you on the outside, you could have a real contender here that coming in the next couple of years.
You know what, Jordan, you were speaking on Madden. We always talked about the franchise mode. Bro, it's crazy. Browns been winning like the last 3-4 seasons, man, in my shit. They're just built the right way. I mean, they have a great play caller. They have a great offense. They have a great defensive playbook. I mean, they're surrounded by young talent. You go that many years being that bad, you're willing to, at minimum, get a bunch of young guys that you can make into something in about the next 3 to 4 years if you give them a right coach to coach them up, put a right GM there to be able to kind of see the future, continue to pick up good guys along the way. Eventually, I mean, if you keep that continuity, they call it, you have a chance to make some big
and also Baker Mayfield is the type of guy that needs swagger to play good. Like he needs to be loose. You can if you put him around coaching that's going to put him in slumps. If they go down 20 and he doesn't have a swagger, the whole team falls apart. But when you got a swagger going, it's hard to beat them because when he feels comfortable and he's dancing down the field and he brings so much confidence to the rest of that team, then they look really good. And I think they're on their way. I just don't know. I just think this is Big Ben's really make it or break it game because I do believe their own fan base is going to be like, we need him out of here because their defense is top notch. They have good receivers. They have some of the best coaching in the game. And if you can't win this game to a divisional rival in the first round, well, shit, the whole city gonna turn on you.
Oh yeah.
Well, we know how short fans' patience is, as well as teams' front offices. All right, let's get it going. The next game, we got the Indianapolis Colts versus the Buffalo Bills. Who do you guys have?
Shit. Go ahead.
I got the Bills, man.
Yeah.
Number one, Josh Allen has balled his ass off the last 2 seasons. Just let me go. Quiet.
Yeah.
No, it ain't no quietly.
I say under the radar. Then let me say under the radar. I'm not hearing his name.
I don't even know if you can say that because what did he throw? 40 touchdowns last year, almost too.
I say not the respect he deserves.
Yeah, the respect hasn't been put in his name.
That's the word. Yeah, he don't have the respect he deserves. Yeah.
Reason for that, I feel like, is for one where he's playing at Buffalo. Mm-hmm. Okay, Buffalo's they ain't been good since what 80s, 90s.
Since they lost 4 straight Super Bowls.
You're right. So,
since my Cowboys won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they have been relevant since the Bill Parcells days. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? But it's a no-brainer. The Bills' defense, top notch. They have a great defense. The only thing I feel like the Bills are really missing for them to be a title contender every single year is a solid run game. They need a good running back.
They keep getting canned goods. I noticed that.
Yeah, they have
guys
they arguably look. They knew what Josh Allen needed. They went and got him Stephon Diggs.
Oh, that was the biggest addition of the offseason. That was the biggest addition.
That was the
game changer. That was the game changer because Josh Allen has a lot of heart. Okay, has a lot of heart, and he's got a hell of an arm.
Hell of an arm.
Hell, he's probably got the strongest arm really in the NFL. I mean, if he ain't one, he's second because he's got a cannon.
That was his big name coming in.
Stefon Diggs was the biggest addition, and people were saying they gave him too much for him originally. I was like, well, the way he's brought Allen's game to another level. The only thing I got to say about this game is this. So, according to reports, Stefon Diggs and Beasley are both questionable. If they don't play, then Bills are going to have a hard time beating the Colts. But I just read 2 hours ago, Stefon Diggs said to one of the reporters, he said, listen, don't listen to the news. I'm going to be playing. So once he said that, I'm comfortable that Bills are going to walk through the Colts. But if you take away Stefon Diggs and Beasley, I mean, then the Colts can just slow the game down, turn it into a running game, and make it an ugly game, and then they have a real shot. But yeah, I mean, I just think to me, the Bills are my favorite to win the entire thing this year. The way they ended the season, I love their whole game. I think Josh Allen's next level. And I think really Stefon Diggs is the story of this year. The way he made his Allen's job so much easier. He spread that field out. He's been playing his fucking ass off. And yeah, I definitely got the Bills over the Colts. As much as I love Rivers and I want to see him succeed once in his life, it's just I'm sorry. You got the Bills in front of you. I can't go with you. So.
It seems the only thing Philip Rivers has been successful in his life is making kids.
Hey, making kids. But he's had a good career.
He's had a good career. What, 17 years?
Yeah, he's had a good career.
He just
hasn't had the team to win it. You know.
You can't say that. You can't say he had the team, dude, because it was when San Diego had LaDainian Tomlinson too. Now.
No, I said he's been in this thing for a while. He's had some teams.
He's had some teams.
Yeah, but also look at the conference he's in. How many people are getting past Peyton Manning and then Tom Brady?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He has a better chance of going to Vegas and winning some big money.
I'm looking at performance too, man. Philip Rivers really never showed me nothing in the clutch.
He would drop the ball. Yeah. He would drop the ball big games. Man, my pick pretty easy for this one. It's the Bills. I think even without a Stefon Diggs playing, I think Josh Allen's the type of talent that can get the job done. Let's really be honest with ourselves. Colts barely got in. They came down to, I think, the last week of the season for them to even get into the playoffs. So, I mean, I feel pretty good going into this next week. You know, that going into this game, rather, that the Bills will take care of business. All right. Let's get into this next pick. What we got here. All right, we got the Ravens, Titans.
Yeah,
this is the big one.
That's the big one, and it's in Tennessee, by the way. Look, I'm gonna go start off with this one real quick.
All right, we had a little technical difficulties, but let's continue. All right, we got the Ravens, Titans. This is probably the closest matchup, at least in the AFC this weekend. This is a tough one. Lamar Jackson needs this one. I give my pick first. I got Baltimore. I think it's going to become close. I think it's going to be tight. I think Lamar is the X factor towards the end of that game. They just can't turn over the ball. If they don't turn over the ball, they capitalize on Tennessee's mistakes and they keep the ball. Because if Tennessee gets the ball and has the lead, especially late in the game, I don't feel good. I won't feel good about it. But so far, as is going into it, I got all my marbles on the Ravens. Who you guys got?
My thing is like somebody got to put respect in that boy Derrick Henry's name, and I think he's going to come out of here thinking, "Oh, I'm not MVP. Oh, I just almost got the record in rushing yards. I'm over 2,000 rushing. I'm over 15 touchdowns on the season, and we're at home. And my thing is this. The Titans are at home, yet Baltimore is favored. So the Titans are coming as an underdog. I think there's no pressure on the Titans. There's more pressure in Baltimore because there was more pressure on Lamar. Because if Lamar doesn't win this, the chatter is going on right now. Lamar can't win in the playoffs.
He's the new player.
And I think there's much more Lamar has to do, and it's much more difficult for Lamar to play well than Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, this is very simple. Give me the ball. I'm going to run right down your throat. You're not going to stop me. You're going to know what I'm going to do because I've been doing this for years, and nobody's ever stopped me. So the game plan for them is simple. Now, the game plan for Baltimore, they got to get more creative. They played really well the last few weeks, but they really haven't played anybody. And so now you're going to go against a team that you lost to with a lot more pressure. I think it's going to be a great game. I think it can go either way, but I do see the Titans pulling ahead in this one in like maybe a 5 to 8 point win. No more than that. It's going to be very close. And I just think Derrick Henry goes for 200 plus yards, and Tannehill plays just does enough and doesn't turn the ball over. And that's where that stands.
I agree. I agree 100%.
This is a must-win for the Ravens. I mean, and more so for Lamar, I would say. Now, he still has time. People talk about Lamar, this and that. The dude is still younger than Burrow up in Cincinnati. I mean, Lamar has time. It's just we put this extra pressure on these young players. I mean, look what the guy's done in just.
I'm not putting no pressure on him. That's the media. The media, the fan base. They put the pressure.
They put this pressure. These guys.
I'm not putting no pressure on him.
Man. He could still end up with more Lombardis than my homeboy.
And even if he doesn't win, it's his contract year. What, they're not going to resign him? Are you kidding me? He's still going to get his $200 million. I mean, so that's what people got to understand. Like the pressure's not that big, but there is that chatter though that he has to win. And I think it's unfair because I do think the AFC is so stacked this year that it's not like you're losing to a bad team. The Titans are a very good team, and I think stylistically
it's because he wasn't supposed to lose last year. The whole world had the Ravens picked to win versus Tennessee. But the fact that they lost, that's what has everybody looking at, Lamar Jackson sideways right now. All right, let's get into the NFC.
I'm glad you said something about Mahomes, though. Like,
what's that?
How good is Mahomes really, though? Think about what I'm asking you. You take Josh Allen, you put Josh Allen on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Or Deshaun Watson.
Or Deshaun Watson. Are they just as good? Or are they better?
Possibly.
I think if you talk about being successful, you probably have a point. It's almost like the Brady, A-Rod debate. But
no, that's not even a Brady. That's not even a Brady A-Rod debate.
But here's what I'm going to say.
As much as I hate Tom Brady, because, like I said, I'm a Niners fan. Much as I hate Brady, the thing that separates Brady from A-Rod and him is Brady makes his receivers better. He did not win with Randy Moss, right? Look at the receivers he won with. He was throwing to Wes Welker, Julian.
I think A-Rod made everybody better this year on his team. I personally. So that's a different topic, different argument.
No, but I'm talking about as far as the talent part of it.
Yeah,
talent-wise, my homeboy,
he got Kelsey.
No, I'm not talking about. Again, I'm not talking about his success right now. I'm just talking about his talent. I don't know if you guys should pull up YouTube sometimes and look at those.
His one-legged handed throws.
I'm not even going there far because I don't need that.
They're good. Don't get me wrong.
I'm talking about the throws he makes, the reads he makes. He will go through 3-4 reads in a matter of seconds, where most guys barely get to their second.
No, he's good.
The guy's quick. He'll be on the one side of the field and go throw to the exact opposite. Talent-wise, this dude does things that
he looks a freak.
Everyone y'all mentioned technically we ain't seen yet, or hasn't done at the same level. You know what I'm saying? As my homeboy, I understand success-wise. put Josh Allen or put maybe Watson or put.
You're talking about pure skill test. Pure skill
test.
Pure skill test because you think about it.
That's why I said A-Rod and Brady. You put talent-wise.
A-Rod has more skill.
He might have more talent, more skill. At the same time, you also put A-Rod in Tampa Bay. I mean, in New England with Bill. He definitely probably has more than one chip. I feel like he probably has 3 or 4. He may not have 6, but he has 3 or 4. So we can use that argument all day anyway with a ton of different players. I'm just saying, as far as what that dude can do, that we've watched him do since Texas Tech, that kid is amazing. That's why he's already in the GOAT conversation. You look at his stats that he's put up, he's already breaking records. I can't just say you put another quarterback into that system, he'd automatically go and breaking records.
Oh, yeah, and it's one of those top arguments that we'll never know. It's almost
we'll never know.
You know. So, anyways, where were we at right now? We
got Rams, Seahawks.
Look, you see what
I want to hear y'all's take. That's y'all's division. I want to hear y'all's take first. Y'all
look. Goff is not 100%. He might not be playing. And on top of that, DK has played very poorly, and it's not really his fault against Ramsey the first 2 games. So I think DK is going to have a night. I think DK's have a night because he's like, everybody on Twitter's talking about, Ramsey shut down DK 2 weeks in a row. But really, it was 1 week and then the second game they played just last week or whatever, he still had like 60 yards or whatever. It wasn't horrible, but Russell wasn't really throwing it his way that much. I think DK's going to have a big night, and I just think Goff not being 100%, I just think Seattle's the better team. And so I think we definitely get that W. And that's not just my bias speaking. I just think we're the better team at this point. Like 5-6 weeks ago, it would have been a lot closer to me, but I just think the Rams fell off a little bit with the injuries they've had.
I mean, they lost to the Jets. They've lost to some nasty games.
Goff is not even Goff might not be playing. They might. And
Goff's not playing. They got that ward off guy.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling the Rams. I'm not.
We beat the Rams too. I mean, we beat the Rams too.
Yeah, y'all beat them. Y'all were depleted, hurt. I mean, the Cowboys even beat the Niners, and the Niners beat the Rams.
Yeah, the Hawks are winning that game.
Yeah, I got the Hawks. If they don't, that'd be a big disappointment on Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll. If they don't, that'd be a huge disappointment. I don't hear anything about no defense. Guys are hurt. These are games, Russell Wilson, you need to go out and win. We want to see you.
Well, we got Carson back. We got Hyde back. We got all of our receivers healthy. We have. I mean, there's no excuses.
We want to see him versus Breeze next weekend.
100%. The two short quarterbacks.
We got 4 quarterbacks in the NFC. 4 Hall of Fame quarterbacks, possibly all top 10 to 15 all time next week that we all need to see. A-Rod, Brady, Breeze, and Russell Wilson. So I think I got Russell Wilson winning this week in the Seahawks. Jordan, where you at?
Seattle. Next question.
Yeah, let's move on.
Because I have no faith in Jared Goff.
Yeah,
he's not even
playing.
He's not even playing. Yeah, he's not even playing. All right, next on the list. This is a big one. We know who's supposed to win, but I think we got some surprise picks here. We got Chicago versus New Orleans.
So New Orleans was my preseason favorite to win the whole thing.
Yes,
that I picked preseason. And I got to tell you this: Kamaru, they said he's going to be playing. Michael Thomas is going to be back. They said. I just think the Bears. I mean, I like the Bears defense. Trubisky's playing for a job. I mean, but I think Trubisky can come out and not win, but just play well enough. Get 260 yards, don't throw any picks, maybe two touchdowns, and he's gonna probably keep his job. But the Saints are just too good. They're playing at home. You have Michael Thomas back, who I don't know if people forget, but that's one of the best goddamn receivers we've seen in a long time. And Kamaru's Kamaru, that boy is just disgusting. We saw he had the 6 touchdowns, should have been 7 just a couple of weeks ago. Should have been 7, and that would have been the record. And they're punks for not letting them get the record. I hate when teams do that. Your boy got he's 1 touchdown away from an all-time record, and you're not going to feed him? I was like, come on, man.
You bring that up. Look what Russell Wilson did on Sunday.
Gave his boy $100,000. That's how you're supposed to do it. I mean, if he's tied with the record, and you're at the goal line, he can get it. Why are you giving it to somebody else? Give him the ball. Let him get the record, because that's timeless. Records are timeless. You don't just – and I really didn't like when the Saints did that as an organization. Like, give your guy, give him his roses. So
if it had been Drew Brees, they would have done it.
Yeah. So anyways, I got the Saints in a blowout. I think they win by about 30.
I got the Saints in a blowout. I love Trubisky, but he's fucking like a fucking quarter. I don't know what I'm gonna get with him.
You flip the coin. Hey, he'll either look like a Pro Bowler or he look like he should be cut tomorrow. He should be in the Canadian League. You never know.
He every time I see him, man, it's like he's constantly making that Eli Manning face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
he got the body. He's long. He's strong. He can run. He can throw. I don't know. Yeah, he's very inconsistent. But
he was good at Carolina. I don't know what the hell happened to him.
Yeah.
Man, like I said, this is my surprise pick. I got Chicago winning this one. I feel like that defense is going to come in.
I hope you ain't put no money on it.
No, I didn't put any money on it. I lost it all with betting on the Cowboys this season. But I definitely have Chicago coming in and doing an upset. I have the defense stepping up. I have Trubisky basically playing for his NFL starting future right now. You know, he doesn't want to become a backup quarterback, a career-long backup quarterback. You know, I don't trust Drew Brees right now. I feel like I might do better if they were going with, you know, one of their other guys at quarterback. But we'll see. You know, I won't be surprised. You know, it won't be a shocker. Obviously, if Saints do come out and blow them out. But if I had to pick a sleeper this weekend, it's the Bears.
Oh, that's crucial. I mean, that's crazy.
That's blasphemy.
Shit, anything can happen. You know, this football. You know.
Yeah, like I said, I would bet money on it, but
my sleeper of the weekend. We didn't talk about my sleeper of the weekend would have been in the AFC. That would have been the Colts beating the Bills. If something terrible happens with the Bills, even though I think Bills should win it all, but I just think the Colts have had some weeks where they look really good. But anyways,
yeah.
So,
let's move on.
Yes,
we got the Bucks and we got the Washington football team. I think this was pretty easy for me. I feel like the young rookie's going to get exactly what he was asking for. Same with the people forget Brady's been doing this for 21 years now. He used to guys coming for him. We saw Jacksonville's secondary have a lot to say back in 2017 when they had, I think, the second best defense in the league. They had a lot to say about Brady going into New England that playoff weekend. Brady is still in the proving himself business, even though the guys are for sure Hall of Famer, arguably the GOAT, has 6 rings, has 9 tries.
43 touchdowns at the age of 43.
Yeah, you know, the guy still has that I'm proving myself mentality, which is why he's still able to do what he's able to do.
No, see, Brady's smart. Brady's smart. Brady realizes he don't have the arm strength he has anymore, right? Same thing Ben needs to do. Ben don't need to throw downfield no more. What's Brady do? Throw it to the slot. Little, you know what I'm saying?
But I'll say this as far as that, Brady has the most deep yard passing percentage and completions this season.
No, he had a streak there where he was like over 20.
Yeah, he you know, his arm compared to Big Ben's, that's not even a comparison at all.
He's got the most weapons.
No, it's not, but it's about being able to make the throw. And he's never been that quarterback. His whole career, he's never been that until he got to Tampa Bay, where they call it no risk it, no biscuit. He's making those deep. That's never been him until this year. And even
but look, his third or fourth best option is the best option that Big Ben ever had.
Sure, we'll give you that. But I'm talking about again, we're talking about just the individual talent.
Yeah, look,
his arm and Big Ben's arm. We're not questioning should Tom Brady back next year.
firmly believe the Bucs are probably going to win this game. But actually, I said earlier my sleeper is that. Yeah. But my sleeper could also be this, because I think that defensive line there is no joke with Washington, and that Chase Young is becoming one of my favorite players in the whole league. I've fallen in love with the way that kid plays, his energy. I still think the Bucs are just too much. I gotta go with them, even though I want to go with Washington just to say hi, I told you so. But I just feel like seeing how they played against the Eagles, and they barely beat the Eagles in a sense. You know, even though the Eagles benched their Jalen Hurts, they still barely beat them. That didn't really rise any confidence in me. You know. So I definitely got to go with the Bucs. And
all right, Jordan, go ahead and give your take. Who you got this week with Redskins and Bucs? I mean, Washington football team.
Washington football team, football club. Stupid. That's funny.
Bucs, man.
Bucs. Simple as that.
It's gonna be a blowout.
That's
the game I'm not watching.
Does Chase Young have any chance? I've been talking, including Vlade. I've been talking to quite a few people that feel like, hey, we might be sleeping on the Washington football team too much.
I think, like I said earlier, I like their defense, but watching their offense play against their poor Eagles, without just barely beating the Eagles without Jalen Hurts for the whole quarter, that just kind of blew all my confidence out of them. But I do think their front line is so talented, and I think they will be a team to be reckoned with in the next couple of years. But they need to fix their offense a bit first. So
yeah.
So that's that for our picks, man. It's gonna be a fun weekend, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting, man. We got a lot of big games coming up this weekend. And really, all these picks could be wrong if you think about it. They might just do a whole 360 and have a whole different turnout. I really wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Hey, that'd be fun. That's part of football, man. That's why we watch sports.
That's the way it is. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and end this show, man. Just want to give y'all some quick little predictions. Go ahead and make sure you like and follow us on YouTube. We have the Twitter and the Instagram we just got up that we're gonna be uploading our quick little snippets to, that you can watch like 1 minute little clips that'll lead you right to either Apple Podcasts or our YouTube page. Did you guys have anything else other to say, Jordan? I'm glad you were with us tonight, man. It was great to have you.
I was glad being here. I just want to say, my Niners will be back next year for what was rightfully ours. We got took from us last year.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm just gonna say, go on there. Follow us. Look at it. We got sports stuff. We got political stuff. We got all kinds of shows that we'll be running through here, man. Just having a good time, throwing our ideas out. Comment, say your opinions below.
You already know.
All right, sounds good. All right, y'all. Stay tuned. Get those subscriptions. We'll be back. See you later.